G'day, I'm Aaron from Adair Guitars. It's time to start 2 new guitar builds. So both of these guitars are going to be based on the size and shape of the Middle Earth guitar. I've found that I've been really happy with how it feels to play, so these two will kind of be variations on that shape and design. So who are these 2 guitars going to be for? Well, the first one, I'm really fortunate that it's going to be a commission build for a mate, and the second one is another guitar for me, which I'll go through the details of that in a moment. Okay, let's go through these one at a time for the wood selection, the components and the features of each. So the commission build is going to have a Queensland maple body and neck. I'll be doing the black veneer between the top and the body just like I did in the Middle Earth guitar. So that'll be the feature for there. And also the top is this amazing spalted Queensland walnut, which I think is going to look spectacular. So something like that. Let's give it a bit of water to see what it might look like. So I think once that's under finish, it's going to be pretty amazing. So the neck, as I said, is going to be Queensland maple as well. The fretboard is this Arran, which is a desert acacia. Now this is super hard. I think when I looked up the Janka hardness, it was, I think 4,500. So this is going to be quite interesting to use. I've used something similar before, which was, what was it? Gidgee. So similar to Gidgee. We'll see how this goes on the tools and the sandpaper. So for my guitar, I'll be using silver quandong for the body and the neck. It'll also have the same veneer between the body and the top. And the top that I'm using for this one is this spectacular black butt, which I'm very excited to see what it's going to turn out like. So let's pretend it's got some finish on it again. I'm not sure what that's like on camera, but certainly here at different angles. Yeah, I'm really excited about this one. And for the fretboard for this, I'll be using black bean, which I think is going to match really nicely with everything else. Now also what I'm really excited about these builds is all of the woods are Australian woods, so I'm really pleased to be using those. Well, that is except for the black veneer that I'll be using. So So in terms of component and layouts, the commission build is actually going to have a Bigsby tremolo on it, which is going to be really cool to use. It'll have a bridge humbucker and then 2 single coils, one in the neck and one in the middle position. We're not really sure for switches and knobs and controls just yet. We'll sort of work that out as we get a bit closer to it. So whatever combination of switches and control and volume knobs that we have. It'll have the chamfer around the edges, just to reveal the black laminate, which is going to go between the two obviously, and reveal a bit of the body of the guitar as well. Now for my guitar, the idea is that this is going to be my sort of ideal or perfect gigging guitar, so what I'll play live as much as I can. I've been really fortunate over the years that when I've had different live gigs for cover and original songs, that I've been able to pick and choose whether, you know, a Strat or a Tele or a Les Paul is the most appropriate style of guitar for the genre that I'm playing. But this one really is going to be that's the design of it. I can just grab this guitar and it'll do everything that I need it to do. So the features that this will have, it'll have a regular tremolo on it, so a Fender style trem. I'll have a Fender style pickup in the neck. When I sort of play and perform, that is the sound that I love the most. I really am a Fender guy going way back, so that'll be the main sound, and then I'll have a humbucker in the bridge position to go between the two, just when I need a bit of extra crunch. The controls, it will hopefully just be a single volume and a single tone control, so master for both, and then probably a three-way switch, like a tele style switch, just to change between the pickups. So contour cars for this one, since it will be a live sort of playing guitar, I want it to be as comfortable as possible. So I'll be doing Fender Strat style carves on it, so the arm carve, the belly carve, and a bit more of a round over around the exterior of it. And for both guitars, the headstock will be essentially the shape that I use for the Middle Earth guitar. It'll have the inlay down the bottom, which will be the offcuts from the tops that I'm using for both. It's obviously not going to have the 7th fake string there, the 7th ring, so I might even have to change the shape a little bit at the end just so it all blends in nicely. Now for this video series, I won't be filming everything I do on both guitars. There'll be a lot of duplication between the two. Certainly when I do something on one guitar that I don't do on the other, I'll film that and put it in the videos. And I don't know how many videos it'll be. It'll kind of be open-ended till they're both done. And for those of you that have seen my videos before, you might notice that things look a bit different. I've slowly been moving my setup into the garage here, so I've got a bit more space. I built this workbench a few months ago, so yeah, this will be the new space. I've still got the shed out the back, which I'll do a lot of the dirty work. The router table, the table saw will stay in there. So this is just a short introductory video to give you an idea of what I've got planned. I hope you'll stick around for next time where we start making some sawdust. See you all then.